according to these modern dung samples, that the grazing in different habitats is possible to be detected. And then when we have these data set, we compared again the subfossil dung samples with these reference data set. And you can see all these dung samples grouped together with grazing in high alpine environment. And this strongly suggests that what we are having here is that this is coming from animals which browsed in the alpine zone. We also made plant macro remains. You can see one of these remains from the pellets. It's an alpine buttercup, and on the other hand, a saxifrage. But they confirm additionally that browsing took place in the alpine zone, and that these belong mainly to game and not to livestock. So we need to know a little bit more about what does the archive say in this case. So north of the main alpine ridge we have the highest settlement there of the complete Eastern Alps, and there we took a pollen diagram. And you can see right precisely in the expansion of this yellow curve, this is the expansion of grasses, that here we have the onset of alpine pasture, which is Bronze Age. But even before, we have a little bit an onset, and this starts around about 4,100 BP, which is round about the time of the Iceman. So the question is, do we really have a signal there of alpine pasture farming? Again, we use this with a modern analog set. We are going to collect pollen rain along transect of different vegetation units from subalpine forests up to the Nival zone. And then we are getting again a grouping of the subfossil samples with the recent samples. And what we get out here is that the grass mat samples are only comparable since the Bronze Age. We don't have any indication out of this modern analog for earlier alpine pasture in this area. And so according to this, the Neolithic high alpine pasture is still an open question, and it really caused severe doubts on the hypothesis that the Iceman has been a shepherd. So, coming to the end and to sum up all the investigations we have done, we can say that archaeobotany contributes a lot to the understanding of this discovery. It contributes substantially to the origin from the south, that he has consumed an omnivorous diet, which was in question by investigations which showed that he was a vegan. We have a precise demise in spring, so he was there up several months earlier than the autumn, where we had a lot of snow up there, which has a severe impact in the understanding of what happened up there. And we know the short time movements before his death, well, about the last 2 days. We know that he came down from high alpine situation to low valley bottoms and then up again. And we learn also several things about the social context, because the hypothesis that he was a shepherd is really severely doubted for that time. So anyhow, to sum up, we know several things, but there is a lot still open in questions to be answered, and thus this finding still reveals a lot of enigma. Thank you.
Tutta questa parte sta dicendo.
Bene, grazie professor Vogel. Se ci sono domande, prego.
Poiché l'anno scorso, proprio a Bergamo Scienza, ci sono stati degli scienziati che negano il riscaldamento dovuto all'inquinamento, volevo chiedere l'opinione del professore del motivo per cui la mummia è stata trovata così soltanto adesso, 10 anni fa. Cioè, secondo lei è dovuto al riscaldamento globale o no? Grazie.
I need some.
Ah, sì.
Is this? How does this?
She's asking if... okay, take it. She's asking if...
This is good. Jungle? I don't have.
Okay,
Just a second. Yes, please.
Do you think that the cause why the Iceman was found only 10 years ago is due to the warming of the Earth by pollution or not?
Well, let me answer this question in that way, that it is due to climate variation in this case. There is no doubt this was one of the warmest periods we had ever before for 150 years, because 1850 around that end of the Little Ice Age, and from that on we have a continuously warming in this case. And the warmest part was at least from the 80s until 2000. And so in this extreme warm autumn, we had a very high melting even during the summertime, and we had bad precipitation on the glaciers during the last summer. And according to this, a lot of ice melted then, and we had a severe dust layer on the ice, and so the energy was quickly uptaken and everything melted in this case. There was only later then, because I've been up there a lot of times in these last 18 years, there were only 3 times when I've seen the fine spot in the same way like it has been in 1991. Is this?
Dunque, chiedo se l'uomo dei ghiacci è morto in primavera. Quando l'uomo ha iniziato a essere coperto dalla neve, avevamo già neve o ha avuto un periodo di decomposizione prima di essere... Hai sentito? No.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me, we have some problems we're trying to sort out now. Okay.
Devo ripetere o no? Sì.
Could you...
Dunque, se l'uomo dei ghiacci è morto adesso, è morto in primavera, quando ha avuto inizio la copertura di neve, o era già